Okay, people, do you see me live? Hello. Okay, people, I am guessing. Okay, now I have gone live. So I'm hoping you guys can see me and hear me. We've been having some issues getting this Facebook Live going, especially because I want to share um, the slides. So let's just wait a few minutes for people to join in. Hi there, and as you keep joining in, just pop your name in the comments below so I know who is on with me. I hate talking to an empty computer screen. And just a minute, I'm going to broadcast this link for everyone to join us. Just 1 minute. Just hold on. Just give me a minute, okay? Sometimes even something as simple as a webinar can cause you a lot of stress. Yesterday I was all set to go live with Webinar Ninja, and then it suddenly stopped broadcasting my slides. So the quick hack was to do it via Facebook Live. And now that I'm doing it through Facebook Live, I figure I have to go and share the link because I did not have the link ready beforehand. So just bear with me for another minute or so while I share this link so everyone else who's waiting can join us. Okay, one more link to go. 1 minute. Okay, we should be done. Now let's get back to the actual webinar. Yes. Okay, I see 4 people are on live right now. Can you just share your name in the comments and introduce yourself? Let me know before we start off and before I start talking non-stop. Just share with me, why did you join and what do you expect to get from this webinar? That way I can customize it for you. Okay? So, introduce yourself and let me know why you joined. What do you want to learn from this webinar? 3, 2, 1. Any takers? Someone just pop in a hi to make sure that, so that I know that you can hear me. Can anyone hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, people, I'm going to wait another 2 minutes. Please, someone confirm in the comments for the Facebook Live that you can hear me. Just pop a comment below. Let me know that you can hear me. Okay? And hello, can you hear me? Okay, I can definitely hear myself, but can you guys hear me? I don't want to be talking to a blank screen. Hi there, who's just joined? Can you share? Can you pop something in the comments? Okay, I have no clue why I am not getting. Okay, so everyone seems to be shy. No one's popping in the comments to say hi, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you guys can hear me, okay? And if you can't, share that in the comments, okay? So, for some strange reason, I can see the comments. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead with it as it is. I do not know what's happening right now. Things seem to be going crazy with this Facebook Live. Okay, let's start. This is what you guys actually came here for, right? To learn how to launch with ease and grace. Because no matter how many courses you've done, no matter how many uh, business coaches you've signed up with, when it comes to actually implementing and executing the launch, too many women chicken out, right? I mean, look at me. I have taken at least, I've taken about 7 courses about how to launch in the last 10 years. Okay, I have gone and I have studied how expert coaches and launch their $1 million programs. I have studied it no end, but I always get jitters every single time I launch, and it feels, that feeling, butterflies in your stomach. So yes, I know exactly what you guys are going through. I have been there and I am there as well. Okay, so how we're going to run this is, as feel free to keep sharing in the comments. I'd love if you can share in the comments. Okay, whatever questions you have, keep posting them in the comments as they come up. Okay, perfect. Now, before we go further, a quick introduction, just in case you don't know me already and you came in through some of the groups that I'm not quite part of or shared. Okay, so my name is Richa Jain. I'm a business strategist and mentor to women entrepreneurs. I help women like you turn your passion, your purpose into a profitable online business. Okay, some clients have called me fiercely compassionate. If you can get the combination of those words. I'm a bit of a spiritual maverick, I'm a feisty woman, and I'm a single mom living in India. Yes. I believe in keeping things simple, not complicating them. I believe that it is possible to turn your passion and your purpose into a profitable online business. The people who kept telling you, do what makes money, go chase the money. I don't think you have to do that. You can create a business that is about your passion, your purpose. Okay? I really believe in keeping things simple, not overcomplicating things. I'm a single mom, and what that means is that I have to juggle 100 balls almost every single minute of the day. Things won't function if I don't keep them simple. I have seen business coaches, etc., who tend to create complex systems and give, nice, wordy sounding names to simple things just to make it sound oh so important. But that's not me. Okay, I love to keep things simple. And I believe in flow, not hustle. A lot of business coaches out there will tell you to hustle, hustle, hustle. That's what their business is built on. But as a woman, I feel it's, I can't hustle. I'm an introvert. I can't hustle. I can't keep selling and selling and selling. I'm a single mom. I can't keep working on my business 24/7. And what I've realized is that I've tried to build my business around this sense of flow, so that it supplements my life, so that it complements my life. It lets me share, it lets me experience life instead of just working. Okay. Okay, for some reason, 1 minute, the share window has gone bonkers. 1 minute. Yes. Now can you guys see the presentation correctly? Can you see the slides correctly? Okay. Okay. If you can't, you better speak up. Okay. And there we go. For some reason, it's still not coming as full screen. I don't know why. Let's go ahead. Okay. Yes, and instead of sales and marketing, because again, that is something that as women, we are not very comfortable with. At least I don't like pushy sales. I don't like the motto, always be marketing. It doesn't work for me. As women, I think we work better from a place of connection, a place of nurturing, a place of service. Okay, and that's what I help my clients with, and that's what I'm going to show you later on in this webinar, how you can launch from a place of connection and service instead of hustle, hustle, hustle. Okay, and before we go on, a bit about you. Okay, let's make sure that you're watching this webinar for the right reasons and you're getting the right things out of it. You are a passion-based, purpose-driven entrepreneur. You work from the heart. You're running a service-based business. Sorry, what I'm going to talk about in this webinar doesn't quite apply to product-based businesses. You can tweak it to apply, but the advice I'm going to be giving in this webinar is for those running a service-based business. You have an insatiable urge to make the world a better place. And this is really, really, really important. You're not in this just for the money. Yes, money is a super important part of running a business. You have to make a profit, otherwise it's not a business, it's just a hobby, right? But along with that, your business has to be driven by some purpose, a purpose that's larger than you. Because when the going gets tough, and it will from time to time, you've got to have that larger purpose to drive you, to pull you towards it. Okay? And lastly, you know you want to leverage and create online courses, online programs. You understand the difference between a one-on-one model and a one-to-many business model. But you've been stuck, second-guessing yourself, fumbling with the tech, fumbling with the complexities, fumbling with all that it takes to run an online business. Okay, so if that is you, watch on. Hey Vaishnavi, thanks for joining in. Feel free to pop the questions in the comments. I will be checking the comments periodically, right? And if you agree or disagree with something, keep sharing in the comments. I want this to be more of a discussion. I don't want this to be a monologue. That was part of the reason for using Facebook Live, that you guys can comment very, very easily. Okay? Okay. So, if this is you, listen on. Today we are going to be talking a bit about why it's important to launch the right way. Now, you've probably not heard this statistic, but having been part of so many business groups and observing so many different kinds of businesses, I can tell you this, that 98% of launches fall flat. They don't make it. You only get to hear about the $1 million launches or the $500,000 launches. You don't get to hear about all the other launches that fall flat. So I'm going to be talking a bit about those, why it's important to launch right, and why an e-course may not be the best thing for you if this is your first passive income product, okay, or info product. Next, I'm going to be talking about why it's different for us as women. As you know, everyone, at least a few years ago, I like to think that my gender doesn't matter. My gender doesn't matter in the way I work or my abilities. It's only of late, over the last 2 years or so, that I have come to realize that my gender does matter. It influences my choices. It influences the way I think, the way I work, the way I function. Okay, that doesn't make it me any less than the men I work with, but it makes me slightly different. I do things differently as a woman. And that's why I found that most of the business advice out there, including launch advice, does not work for women. It is heavily based in the masculine mode of working. So I'm going to talk a bit about where women get stuck with launches, why they get stuck in those places, and how you can overcome those blocks. How to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. Okay? And then I will talk a bit about launching the feminine way. I call it the feminine way for lack of a better word, but it's launching with ease and grace, without pulling your hair out, without getting frustrated, without having to spend a few $1,000s on video and a VA and an online business manager and all those kinds of things. Okay? And I'm going to talk to you about my high impact, low budget launch system. Again, I'm not very good with coming up with names, as you can see. That seems like a very cut and dry name, but it tells you what the system does. This is a system that I work with. I help my one-on-one clients through, and I've seen them getting amazing results, even women who were really, really afraid of launching, especially of the tech. Okay, I'm going to talk a bit about this system. I'm going to share it with you. Then I'm going to open it up to Q&A, and I have a very special offer for those who hang on till the end. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay on. Okay, let me just check for questions. Okay. So, why is I don't know. I've a couple of you wrote in about not being sure about why they should create courses. Now, if you've been in the online space for any amount of time, you know that everyone and their brother is shouting from the rooftops about online courses. Passive income, make money while you sleep. You know, you wake up in the morning and ka-ching, your PayPal account has 10 sales from your e-course, right? That is what people like to talk about in courses. But more than that, I want you to understand the difference between the one-to-one and the one-to-many model, okay? And why it's important to go beyond the one-to-one. In a one-to-one business model, you have limited reach, limited impact. You're probably working one-on-one local. I know many of you are working one-on-one local, and a few of you are work online. For example, my business is completely online, but I mostly work one-on-one, okay? Which means that I reach a lesser number of women. I impact a lesser number of women, but my impact is much, much deeper. But when you switch to the one-to-many model, you literally have infinite potential, right? You can reach the world. The world is your limit. You can reach everyone in the world who has an internet connection. You have the potential for making more impact. And if yours is a purpose-driven business, as in the driving force behind your business is to change the world, to make the world a better place, you know you have to switch to one-to-many model at some point of time. Okay, the next difference is trading time for dollars. In the one-to-one model, you get paid for the number of hours that you're facing clients, client-facing hours, which is the best way to start off with, because it doesn't require any investment from you upfront. You don't have to create a big, huge info product and invest a lot in sales and marketing, etc., etc. But it is also limited. At some point of time, you're going to hit an income limit. You're not going to be able to put in more hours. You will be fully booked. And at some point, you will start experiencing that burnout. Okay? And this is really where the one-to-many model works so much better. You can leverage your time. You're no longer trading time for dollars. Once you create an info product, or once you create a group program, it grows your income, it grows your impact almost exponentially. Okay, I'll show you how that happens a bit later. And when you're working this way, you're able to charge kind of, more. You're able to earn more. You're able to select your work hours. You're able to be selective. You can work with more ease and grace. Okay. But after all that, don't think that I'm encouraging you to go straight into creating e-courses. That is a very dangerous way to do things. I know a lot of people say, when people talk about online businesses, they by default mean go and create an e-course. And that is very, very dangerous. I want you to see how. Okay, I'm just going to run through some really quick numbers. So let's say your first e-course, you can't price it too high. Then people encourage you, business gurus encourage you to price it low. So your course price is $49 when you're starting out, let's assume. And how much money do you want to make from it? Let's set ourselves a goal. So if you wanted to make $4,900 from your e-course, which is priced at $49, how many copies would you have to sell? How many people would you have to convince to buy your e-course? About 100 people, right? Now, how do you get 100 people to buy your e-course? Email marketing is still considered the most effective way, which means you have to have an email list. And the average industry conversion rate for email lists is 1%. Yes, that's average, and email lists are still considered the best form of marketing. Okay, so at a 1% conversion rate, how large does your list need to be for 100 people to buy from you? It means you need to have a list size of 10,000 people. 10,000. What's your current list size? Right? So if you don't have 10,000 people on your list yet, know that you're not going to be able to make that much money from your e-course if you do plan and create and sell an e-course right now. At a 10% conversion rate, now let's up it. So 1% conversion rate is industry average. What if you had a really incredibly amazing conversion rate? How large would your list need to be? At a 10% conversion rate, you would still need to have 1,000 people on your list. A 10% conversion rate means that these 1,000 people are very engaged on your list. That means you have an open rate of about 50%. Okay, so that's what it means. Now all of those people who talk about creating a passive income e-course and jumping into e-courses from day one, what they don't take into account is that it takes time. It takes a lot of time to build your list up to these levels. Okay, and that's why, in my humble opinion, e-courses are not the best way to start. So I'm going to talk in the next couple of slides, a few slides later, we're going to talk about an alternative model instead of e-courses, okay? But let's jump to why women tend to get stuck with their launches. People keep share. If you have questions, if you agree, if you disagree, keep posting that in the comments, okay? Women, okay, why do women tend to get stuck with their launches? Number one, the largest thing is simply the lack of confidence in their course. They keep second guessing themselves. Is this course the right one? Will this really help people? Can I really deliver what they need? Just second guessing themselves over and over again. The second biggie is perfectionism. Tweak it, keep tweaking it until it is perfect. And you know what? It's never perfect. It never is perfect. I really wonder if Vincent van Gogh thought any of his paintings were perfect. And you know what? If I didn't know he was Vincent van Gogh or those paintings were by Vincent van Gogh and I saw one of them, I would not think they are perfect either. Okay? So perfectionism, check it out the door. Deliver. Start delivering. Fix as you go along. While I was in corporate, we had this motto, fail forward. Create it, test it, send it out for more testing. Do as many rounds of beta as you want, but do it. Execute it, send it out. The third is mindset gremlins. Oh my God, this is a big one. The imposter syndrome. Who do I think I am? Oh my God, I can't do this. Me sell a course? I can't sell. I can't do this. No one will listen to me. All those voices in our heads. I've seen so many women give in to them halfway through. They will start launching, they will start creating a program, thinking about it, and then when it comes to start promoting it, oh my God, I can't do this. And we get stuck with the mindset gremlins. Number 4, do you agree, do you not agree? Have you seen this amongst your friends? Have you experienced it yourself? Oh, ladies, come on, talk with me in the comments. I don't know what. Is it that the comments aren't working? Please send me a private message if you think the comments aren't working. Send me a private message, PM me on Facebook. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to assume something's gone wrong with the comments. Next one, the tech monster. Yeah. So again, courses that talk about launches and creating courses, right? They will give you all kinds of advice on how to create the right videos, which video software to use, how to create intros and outros, how to create your Facebook ads, how to do your webinars, how to do this, how to do that, etc., etc., etc. And they give you such a long list of to-dos and such a long list of tech tools that the average person tends to get scared. Honestly, it doesn't have to be strong. It doesn't have to be that crazy. As a techie, I know it. You know, this is what most women think tech is like, or feel that the tech is like. where it's really this cute, cuddly thing. You just have to know how to use it and keep it minimal and keep it happy. It's that simple. Okay. Number 5, stepping up and being visible. Women, this is one of the, I don't know, this is one of the blocks that we women deal with all the time, stepping up and being visible. Because somehow society has conditioned us to be invisible. From the time we were girls growing up, we have tried to shrink ourselves, to not be visible, because if we were visible, you'd get unwanted attention, you'd get catcalls, you'd get harassed, all those kind of things. And somehow we have ingrained, that message is so deeply ingrained, stay small, play small, don't be visible, that we carry it over to our business. And that is the major reason why marketing is so difficult for women. But then there's the other part of marketing. The women who do get up that fear of being visible and start putting messages and marketing messages out there get stuck with the actual messaging. As women, we want to please everyone, right? We try really hard to please everyone, and we feel that our program or our course is for everyone. It should serve everyone and everyone could benefit for it. And what happens when you do that is that your marketing message is not clear. So even though you may be broadcasting on all the channels and stepping up and being visible, if you haven't niched down your marketing, if your marketing isn't clear, it's not going to go anywhere. And then the women who clear this and move on to the next stage get stuck with asking for the sale. And again, mindset issues. As women, it is so difficult for us to ask. So difficult for us to ask for anything at all, and let alone to ask people to pay for a course or a service that we have created, to be able to charge, to ask money for a service that we're performing. Because you know what, in daily life, a lot of the stuff that women do is not paid. It's free. It's taken for granted. And that makes it all the more difficult for us to step up and ask for the sale. Because housework, cooking, parenting, driving the kids to classes, etc., that's all stuff that the women do, and it's unpaid. And when we get so used to giving for free all the time, it becomes really difficult for women to ask for the sale. Okay, so seven critical issues about that prevent women from launching. Now that you know them, now that I've given them a name, can you go back and see which of these has impacted you the most? Where have you gotten stuck? Okay. And the next step, how do you overcome these blocks? How do you move beyond them? Now, unfortunately, I don't have a magic wand to wave and make all of these go away. But I am, in the next couple of slides, I'm going to show you a launch system, a way of launching that turns our disadvantages or the inherent programming in us into strengths, that leverages our inherent strength as women. So what are women really good at? Okay, women are really good at connection, connecting with the people around them, bringing people together, at nurturing. Women are really good at giving, helping other people, right? Now, usually in business situations, these are considered as weaknesses or negative traits, not things that can help you move forward. I'm going to show you how these things, how your inherent nature as a woman can be leveraged into a profit. Okay? Yes. I'm going to talk about my high impact, low budget launch system. Yes, I know I'm terrible at names. I couldn't think of a better name for this. I will do that someday. But in this training, or when I work one-on-one with clients, what I help them do is, instead of first create an e-course to leverage passive income, I help them create a live group program. Now, why a live group program? Because if you've been working one-to-one with clients for a while, right, you kind of know the next logical step is not jumping into an e-course, but jumping into live group programs where you still have that one-on-one connection that we crave so much, where you still have that community, that sense of working together, right? And where you don't have to get tangled in all the tech that it takes to create and sell an e-course, right? So the three main things are handled. Now, just let me switch slides really quickly. Just give me a minute. Okay, for just 1 minute. Okay, can you see this on screen? Okay, so yes, I should have pulled this into the slides, but hey, now in the high impact low budget launch system, we break it down into 5 different phases. Really simple, really quick. The first stage is strategic planning, where you get clear about what you really want from this launch. What do you want from this launch? Why do you want to do this launch? Okay. You get clear on what your clients or your customers or your students are going to take away from it. What do they want from it? Why do they want it? Sounds simple, but hey, it's important, because if you don't know these whys, you're going to get lost in the process later on. Okay. We do some market research to make sure that we are getting their language, that we are really addressing their pain points, that we are getting the right feedback from them. And this is also a great way to reach out and connect with people, start building that connection. Next, you plan out your program live. Again, why live? So you don't have the kind of tech hassles on an e-course delivery. 2, you can make more impact. 97% of the people who buy e-courses never ever complete them. And that holds even for Seth Godin's e-courses. Have you heard of Seth Godin? He's a marketing genius. Okay, but people don't even complete his courses. So you can imagine what's going to happen to your course. Okay, that was not a nice thing for me to say, but it gives you an idea of where e-courses stand, and that is where a live program is different. It's the future of e-courses. The industry hasn't caught on to it yet, but I'm seeing more and more big business gurus bring in elements of live programs into their e-courses. You can bypass that learning curve. Instead of starting with e-courses, start with live group programs. Small group programs, 10 women, 12, have just 10 or have small groups of just 10 or 12. Start from there, okay? Phase 2 is the prep phase. Writing sales pages, creating the launch triggers, the landing pages, emails, funnels, etc., etc. It's best to do this upfront, and that's why I created this cheat sheet. I will be sending it out to you guys later, so you can use this to make sure that you have all the launch material, the launch prep material ready upfront. Phase 3 is when you actually go out and start connecting. Since you have prepared the material upfront, this becomes much easier. What a lot of women do is they jump straight in. They skip this phase, jump straight in, and try to create all of this stuff while they are engaging and connecting. And that's when it starts going crazy, right? Because that's simply doing way too many things together. I am going to be sending you this cheat sheet, so I won't go through all the details here. But the phase 3 is when you actually start talking and connecting to people about whichever group program you're promoting, about your group program. Talk to them, go out, talk to them. Ask about their pain points again and see whether or not the outline that you have can actually deliver what they need, okay? These are simple things to do. Again, these are all low cost, or rather zero cost promotional materials. Update all your social media profiles to point to your launch trigger page. I don't know why more people don't do that. It's simple, it's free, and it immediately sends out a notification to all your contacts, right? So they all know that yes, you have something big coming up. Connect and engage in Facebook groups and other social media. Very, very important. Again, not done right. In Okay, sorry, just okay. So this is the pre-launch phase where you go out and tell people about what your group program is all about. Then is the actual launch phase where you open the cart and let people start buying. Usually good to have a launch trigger. And from the launch trigger, a launch trigger can be an opt-in or a webinar or something that you do live. From the launch trigger, you send them to a sales page. On social media, etc., once you have the cart opened, you can start sending them directly to the sales page. Okay, share client success stories. I don't know why people don't do this. We are hesitant to talk about our successes and our client successes. We copy them into a testimonial and post them on our website, and then we forget all about them. But people want to know. People want to know you. People want to know how you've helped other people. So keep sharing your success stories, your client success stories during the launch. Okay. And phase 5, where you actually deliver the program live. And the easiest way to do that is, trust me, through Facebook Live, the way I'm doing for this webinar. Okay. Yes. So what I just described to you was the high impact, low budget launch system. That was a really quick description. I will be sending you guys the cheat sheet. Do you have any questions about this? Okay, wait. Okay guys, do you have any questions about this? Wow, no questions. Okay, perfect. So okay, this is the summary of the high impact low budget launch system. Now, why is this? I know I rushed through it, but you will be getting the cheat sheet, and this is not a full course, but it gives you the outline of how you can do it based on building connections instead of selling. It shows you how you can launch with ease and grace, hopefully. Okay, you guys are not telling me anything in the comments, please. Or I don't know, Facebook comments are screwed up right now. Okay, the benefit of doing it this way, doing a live group program instead of an e-course, is that it leverages your inherent skills, connection, sharing, caring, right? You still have, though you no longer have a one-to-one connection with your clients or your students, but it's a small group. It's a group of 10 to 12, and it's a live program. So that connection, that camaraderie, that energy of a group is still there. It's low cost. You don't need fancy tools, etc. You can use Facebook Live or Google Hangouts. Simple. Or even Zoom if your courses, if your sessions are less than 40 minutes, you can use Zoom for free. If it's over 40 minutes, you'll have to pay. It can be implemented fast. You don't have to spend weeks and months mapping out every video for your course. If you know your material, you should be able to deliver it live. Of course, go ahead and practice the live delivery, but it will save you the headache of second guessing yourself in those videos and trying to figure out all the tech behind creating good videos. That should come later on in the learning curve. It helps you stay connected. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I find that I thrive on the one-on-one connection. I love my client calls because they gain from it, yes, but I also gain from it. I love that live interaction with people. And that's why I prefer live programs. It helps me stay connected with the people that I'm serving. And when you structure it this way, that it's a live program to help them get over whatever problem that they are facing, to help them learn whatever they need learning or they need help doing, then it's no longer about icky marketing or forced sales, right? Then once you change your focus from sales and marketing to helping people, to helping and supporting the people who could do with your skills, who need your skills, right? Just that change of focus. You don't need icky marketing and sales. I think I spoke about this earlier as well, higher impact than regular e-courses. 97% of people who buy e-courses do not complete them. So if you want to be making a real positive change in the world, if you want people to actually go through your program, complete it, and feel that difference in their lives, then a live course is way, way better than regular e-courses. Okay? And yes, I talked about this. No tech hassles. Deliver it over FB Live, deliver it over Zoom. You don't have to learn everything about cameras and videos and lightings and intros and outros and storage and membership sites. You don't need all of that. Don't complicate things the first time you're launching. The first couple of times you launch should be group programs, small group programs. Do that 3 to 6 times. And once you've done it, you can actually convert it into a passive e-course that you have separately. Okay, but the first couple of times, let it be live. That helps you make a deeper impact on your clients, as well as helps you solidify your signature package. It gives you practice. It shows you what's needed, what's not needed, right? So that you can fine tune your signature program. Okay, and yes, it is the perfect precursor to passive income. Okay, any question, people? I hope I'm not just missing all your comments. I will have to check why Facebook is not showing me the comments.